booty, darling, kiss me slow. Baby, can you let it go? What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like you. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like you. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like. Sipping, baby, you've been sipping. Sipping, baby, are you listening? Then you say you love me, girl, that you've been missing. Baby, are you tripping? Feel like you've been tripping. Saying that you want me now, we have to close the distance. So, what it feel like?
So please don't kill my vibe. I'm tipping on top of these clouds, don't plan to come down if I trip right. My eyesight, I spy the spark in the conversation. Pardon if I don't say shit, I hit this bliff, I spent my spaceship, then I'm caught spacing. Oh pretty please don't pity me. Paranoid with the city brain, make me quit weed. I put it on God, green earth, me rolled up 50 times 3.50 figure size for the many times I need to just relax, pet peeve. You need to ask to me before you pass, at least. Don't puff the last and at ease. I'm finally feeling it, at least a tab or two will probably do for the goosebumps on your skin. Relax the nerve and give us a few. So
what it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like, yeah. What it feel like.
Started out in Riverdale, moms flew me from the bay. When I was young, used to hate it. Grew up, then I thanked it. Far away from my pops, thinking about that green McLaren. I can shed a tear on these tracks, you wouldn't understand it. Grimes had the candy house, Margie's on Harbor Road. Still eat me up inside, that I missed her funeral. I know she looking down on me, while I'm in this 5-0. I can't lie, man, my mind gone. I was in a dark place, went hard and found the way. Living out the motels, cold nights on the blade. I knew that life wasn't for me, but still I took a chance. 12 hours on the interstate, the profit 10 bands. Calculate another dub, back then my goal was 100. Had to hit the ground running, praying they don't hit the spots. I was going through a lot, it was nice, I would cry. Probably why I pushed this black Rory down the I-5 was had. Real niggas never quit, real niggas play the game, but got goals to go legit. Real niggas stay on 10. Real niggas stay on 10. Run that back. Real niggas never quit. Real niggas play the game, but got goals to go legit. Real niggas stay on 10. Yeah, I made it out the streets, but still gotta watch my back. Roll running, touchdown safe, then I set up trap. Thinking back, fresh out of jail, but I had the map, I had a plan. Second day home, made a couple grand. Pleasant Hill, in a motel, packs vacuum sealed. I was getting rich in DC while you was cracking seal. I don't glamorize it though, I was praying for a change. Hit 50 burpees in the morning, then I board the plane. Real niggas never quit, real niggas play the game, but got goals to go legit. Real niggas stay on 10. Real niggas stay on 10. Run that back. Real niggas never quit. Real niggas play the game, but got goals to go legit. Real niggas stay on 10.
a tempestade, a dor. Você foi o meu sorriso de chegada, tudo e nada. E adeus. Aquele grande amor que nós tivemos e todas as loucuras que fizemos. Foi o sonho mais bonito que um dia alguém sonhou. E a realidade triste quando tudo se acabou. Você foi o meu sorriso de chegada, a minha lágrima de adeus.
All right. Welcome back to Smitty's Corner. I appreciate you all for tuning in once again. Let's go ahead and get right on to it. Salute to my man Raj Will in the building. Thank you for stopping by. So I'll go ahead and talk about a few things. Talk about a few things that was sent to me, and I love the dialogue of it because I do believe that it does show exactly what it is that I would say us as men as well as women do express in relationships, right? So as always, you guys know the missus, she sends me the best content ever, and I always appreciate her for that. So I'm going to try to do my due diligence up here on a solo dolo tonight, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing kicked off. So let me just go ahead and let me do this real quick. Y'all just give me 1 second. There's something learning this thing. I swear, there's something learning this thing. All right, boom. Do that right there. Boom. I'm gonna do that. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna play a video. I only have 2 videos, but there's so much to say with just these 2 shorts in itself. I figure that it would be much more than sufficient. And I really do appreciate it sending it to me. So with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. We shall.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get to it. I want to tap in on this video right here because I do believe. Salute, Emperor. What's going on, brother? You got top flight moderator of all YouTube. So let's go ahead and get this going. I appreciate you all for coming in. Y'all ready to rock and roll? Let's go ahead and get it. So I'll play this video. Again, when we're speaking about manhood, I do believe that there is a very deep connection when we're speaking about manhood, as well as the natural nature, organic, as well as spirituality aspect of it. I'm not going to go too deep on y'all. Trust me, I'm going to ease my way into this with y'all, but slowly you all are going to see how we're transitioning over here at Smitty's Corner. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and rock.
You want that from me, you do it first. And to me, one of the best ways to heal a relationship is to take all of that and say, you know what? Whether I get it back or not, I'm going to figure out what this person, because whatever God created us, it placed this person on my path. And so I'm going to trust whatever that thing is and figure out what my partner needs to feel safe, because everything comes down to safety. When we were at the edge of
Now I'm going to play that back. I wanted to make sure that, while my thoughts were intact, you know. That's absolutely on point. Absolutely, positively, 1000% on point on the sense of that's exactly how men think. I literally spoke about it just yesterday and many, many times before. When it comes to a circumstance or a situation that occurs, the first thing that goes through the man's mind is, what can I do to resolve this? What can I do to fix it? And or resolution. Uh, 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 if the worst is, what do they call it? An agree to disagree, whatever you may say. Like, there are so many levels that a man's mind goes to when thinking of these aspects, when we're talking about relationships, the whole nine. It is just, it's not as cookie cutter as you may think, ladies. This is all that I'm saying. Especially the more complex stuff of man that you deal with, because we do exist. But let's listen to the whole video, okay? So let's go
You
back.
want that from me, you do it first. And to me, one of the best ways to heal a relationship is to take all of that and say, you know what? Whether I get it back or not, I'm going to figure out what this person, because whatever God created us, it placed this person on my path. And so I'm going to trust whatever that thing is and figure out what my partner needs to feel safe, because everything comes down to safety. When we were at the edge of divorce for years, for 7 years, we were fighting. She didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe.
And it was low level though. Like
Yes.
catch. It's not that we were fighting all the time. It's that when we did fight, it was like, oh, this isn't a safe space. We had high highs during those 7 years.
So many amazing things. We
But-
traveled the world. We did workshops. We did all kinds of stuff.
Crushed life. So from the outside, even to us, we're like, things are good. But what we didn't catch was the subtlety of when things weren't good in here. I'll speak for me. I didn't feel safe to bring it to him. And he didn't feel safe to bring it to me when he had something that was difficult to talk about. And that breeds an environment of I'm not safe. And an environment of I'm not safe kicks in survival, which breeds what we talked about. Now we're just moving from.
Exactly. So that was such an even balance of exactly what I do believe a lot of us out here when it comes to, let's say, relationships go through, right? The main thing that he was speaking about was, look, I wasn't comfortable, but my main focus was, I want to try to fix this. All right, so bet. So he's on man mode as far as problem solve. All right, bet. Now she is like, you know, she's recognizing the highs and the lows, right? She recognizes there were the highs and the lows. But the thing is that I believe more than anything that really should be taken from videos like that, and I'm going to play it again just one more time, because there are so many more things I want to touch on. And we'll get to the next one. Did you hear what the man said? He said, we were on the brink of divorce so many times. Do you not know how many couples, I swear, like majority of the most, I would say, I mean, if you want to, I don't know, I guess success, well, whatever successful is, I don't know, whatever you want to call that, right? What I've noticed is every single last one of them have that story of how it was almost over. I don't hear not near one of them like, yes, we met, everything. I mean, it was just like, once we met, I was the Skittles, he was the rainbow, and we all just had a pot of gold, and everything was just life and love, and there was never any, I've never heard that before. From not near single one truly successful relationship couple. I don't care who you follow. And see, the thing is that she said that was so vital. She said, yeah, to the world, right? To the world, things, appear this way, appear that way, so on and so forth. But the thing is that we weren't taking time. See, what I love is that she didn't just try to put it on him. He didn't put it on her. They literally sat there. And the reason why I do believe they're still sitting there together, able to have that podcast that they did, right? After all these years. Primarily, I would say is because of the communication. Something extremely important. And the thing that I do recognize with all dear life is that men have such a difficult time trying to actually know how women function when it comes to what they thinking, when they thinking. You may think that's no, that was yesterday. Today she's like that's how she feel right now. And it's like this, we gotta continuously keep up. And man, I'm telling you, it can be strenuous, but you know how it is, fellas. When we love her enough, when we, we do what we can. We try our best to figure our woman out. And that's what I love about what he said, is that his whole thing was, I need to try to figure out what is wrong, what's going on, to fix it. That's what we're supposed to do, fellas. That's what we're supposed to do. He didn't say, I want to go ahead and whine and be about it, itch about it. I didn't want to, he didn't say, I wanted to try to get her fired from a job, ruin her, none of these things. Although he said we were on the brink of divorce several times. Look at where they are. Why do you, how possibly do you think that could be? Why? Because it's exactly what I speak about. And this is something so vital for anybody who is seeking to have something very loving, fulfilling, and let's say long lasting. I don't care who you get with. Now, for example, right, the missus, she loves his content. Because he is actually really a very intelligent, deep and spiritual dude. She loves his content. I'm actually starting to get a little bit fond of him, because you know what I'm saying? I don't agree with everything, but I actually do, you know what I'm saying? He has some good stuff. But my point is this. Even him was on the brink of divorce multiple times. Where is he at? With his wife. Why? From what I saw, from what we're about to observe again, is because they knew what was there. He knew. And that's why he said it. People are sent into your life for a reason. Yo, I don't care if I've only talked to you in the chat, if I've met you in person, whatever. I swear on life, that is so true. We don't meet nobody by accident. There is no such thing as accidentally bumping into. No. That was designed. It was orchestrated. Now, what it really, really does come down to a lot of times is, do both parties see the exact same thing? That's where either the connection or disconnection can be, right? Do both parties see exactly the same thing? You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to play this video back one more again for the win, because there's a lot said here that I do believe, like, on both sides, us as fellas, I think we really need to listen. ladies, I do believe as well. Yes. Listen and pay attention closely just as much. We both need to listen. Why? Because the communication between us as men and women are different. That's just what, like, until there's no more men and women, that's what it's going to be. The best thing for us to do is to figure out, how do we balance out how each other think and how we receive information, how we deliver information. Like, for example, myself, I don't know if anybody noticed. Yes, it is the good gas, but simply, honestly, because speaking with my lady so often, it's calmed me down some because she don't like loud voices. So like, I like, even down to doing shows, I keep in mind she don't like a lot of loud voices. That's something that, you know, it's just disrupting to her spirit and her, so she don't like it. Period. So you know what I try my best to do now? I try my best to kind of tone it down. And I'm saying that in the sense of the processes of levels of growth and learning, humbleness, the whole nine, right? So let's listen to this video one more again for the win, and then we're going to get to the next.
You want that from me, you do it first. And to me, one of the best ways to heal a relationship is to take all of that and say, you know what? Whether I get it back or not, I'm going to figure out what this person, because whatever God created us, it placed this person on my path. And so I'm going to trust whatever that thing is and figure out what my partner needs to feel safe, because everything comes down to safety. When we were at the edge of divorce for years, for 7 years, we were fighting. She didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe.
And it was low level though. Like,
Yes.
catch. It's not that we were fighting all the time. It's that when we did fight, it was like, oh, this isn't a safe space. We had high highs during those 7 years.
So many amazing things. We traveled the world. We did workshops. We did all kinds of stuff.
Crushed life. So from the outside, even to us, we're like, things are good. But what we didn't catch was the subtlety of when things weren't good in here. I'll speak for me. I didn't feel safe to bring it to him. And he didn't feel safe to bring it to me when he had something that was difficult to talk about. And that breeds an environment of I'm not safe. And an environment of I'm not safe kicks in survival, which breeds what we talked about. Now we're just moving from.
Exactly. Exactly what she just said. Honestly, like, let's just be for real, people, if we were to be right now. Because, you know, here at Smitty's Corner, you know, Smitty's Corner, that's the only thing to be. Ladies, do you not at times or have you not ever, I don't know what the particular circumstance at the moment, but the whole, I really don't think I can share with you what I want to share with you. That's never come to your mind. That's never occurred. You've never had a situation where you was like, I want to tell you this, but I don't think you're going to take it well. If you are a grown woman, I'm pretty sure at some point you have. Fellas, have we not definitely felt like, yo, I want to tell you this, but I don't know how you might receive it. Now, okay, from possibly maybe Smitty's alone. Maybe I'm the only one who's ever felt like, you know what? It has nothing to do with wanting to hurt feelings, wanting to break up, wanting to disrespect, disregard, overbear, nothing of that. Nothing. I just, you know, I really do care for you in whatever that relationship. It could be a friendship, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like from friendship, family to intimate, like your man or your lady, right? So someone close to you, right? And you want to tell them something. It's like, man, yeah, I know that's not going to go good. It's not going to go good. But then watch. What do all of us want in relationships? Let's just be all the way above, right? What is all the way above? Truthful, keeping it 100. Isn't that what we want? Everybody wants that when it comes to relationships. Everybody does. I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of design of the relationship, but everybody wants pure honesty. But you know what's wild? How many of us are in circumstances where we're like, I want to give you that, but you know what? I don't want that drama. I don't want that drama. Like I don't want to go through that. You want me to tell you 100% truth. No problem. Like, I mean, absolutely, positively, no problem. You got it. But like, even with it being said, soft-spoken, loving words, no pointing fingers at you, no spitting in your face, no none of that, no cursing, nothing, right? Can it be received? Ladies, can you receive it? Fellas, can you receive it from your woman when she says certain things to you? Are you able, as a man, to humble yourself and be like, she has a point. She actually does have a point. Are you capable of doing that? Ladies, when it comes to certain circumstances in your relationship with your man or what have you, are you capable? Do you often, because this is something we should ask ourselves when it comes to the communication between men and women and how different it is, but how much we must keep it intact. It must stay intact. Are you really ready to hear exactly what your whole man's gripe is? Are you? Can you really take hearing that? A lot of people aren't able to do so. And then you have people that are able to do so. I would say, like, speaking for myself, like, I mean, definitely, like, me and my lady, we've had our, like, okay, we disagree. I don't like what you said. Might be a little upset at each other for a moment. But one thing that I would, like I've said before, is so vital is knowing how to just kind of like let it breathe, get back to it, and then we can speak again, right? Let's calm it down. Let's make sure we both in the right headspace. We don't want to be yelling at each other. We don't want to be cursing each other out. No. Why? Because, just like, I don't know why she sent me these, but anyway, because we want to say this and we want to do that. You see what I'm saying? So the only way to keep it going in that direction is, I'm trying to tell you right now, communication is something extremely important. But how many of us really do feel safe enough to say everything that we want to say truly to the person that we're with? That's some real talk. Like, I mean, really, like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. This right here, that right there. But see, the thing is that I believe that most people look at circumstances like that as if, I guess maybe you're saying that, like, oh, you're saying this because most people do. It does happen often nowadays. Usually if somebody gives you bad news, the bad news means that they're leaving you. that's something we also have to get away from, right? We have to get away from thinking that way, that that's going to happen. We also have to get away from operating in that fashion. Yes, you should be able to tell your partner what's going on, express what it is, but we must make sure that we also receive and listen to what's being said back to us, right? And then take it from there. I'm saying this because I recognize us as men, and I say us as men because I'm a man. So, like, why would I separate myself? But seriously, I do recognize a large part. I'm talking about from the discussion on panels up here in this YouTube spaces, right? I'm talking about all the way down to just what I see and hear in everyday life. It really is a whole lot of miscommunication. Communication is something that is so key to the thriving of life. There's no way, there's no possible way in any form of fashion that life would be able to thrive without effective communication. From animals, plant life, all the way down to people. It has to be done. And it has to be an equal exchange of it, right? That's the only thing. A lot of people miss, yes, we can have our times. Like, I've definitely had moments, like, I would be a bold-faced lie to say, because I felt more justified at that moment in the discussion, I felt like I should have more say. No, wrong move. Actually, when you know that you are justified, and I had, like, this is part of me learning. I'm learning so much more every day, right? No, actually, when you're in more so of the justified position, you should actually fall back. Don't be on the nah, because you're so eager to get out the fact that you know you're right about something. Now, I'm speaking to the fellas on this one. We talking to our ladies. Definitely trust me when I tell you. Just fall back. Chill. Let her say whatever it is she's going to say. We all know, yes, probably most of or a lot of what she says, or some or a little bit of what she says may irk you, irritate the shit out you, or you feel like, nah, that's not true. It takes a lot for us, but yes, like, part of that communication at that moment, allow her to just speak. Just let her get it out. I'm not just talking to you. I'm really talking to myself. Y'all just so happen to be here while I'm speaking to me. These are things that I'm learning at 42 years of age of how to operate, like how we move, right? How we communicate, how these things go, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Then we'll go ahead. I want to get to this other video real quick.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Nobody give a fuck what your dumb ass think. Give me this mother.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
To the tree. It belongs to the ecosystem. Your fruit, your time, your talents, and your treasures don't belong to you. You signed up to serve. You signed up to give of your gifts, to give of your creativity, to give from your muse. And if you are looking in someone else's yard, you are doing, the fruit doesn't belong to the tree. It belongs
All right. Let's listen to that.
to the tree. It belongs to the ecosystem. Your fruit, your time, your talents, and your treasures don't belong to you. You signed up to serve. You signed up to give of your gifts, to give of your creativity, to give from your muse. And if you are looking in someone else's yard, you are doing, the fruit doesn't belong to the tree. It belongs.
So I would say the reason why that right there hit so hard with me, it really does, is because, you know, the missus to tell you, I say all the time, like even when she asked me, she said, why do you want to be a husband? I said, because I don't know, it just don't feel right not having someone to be of servitude to. I actually want a wife to do things for. I want to do things for you. That's like actually my reason, like not the opposite. It's cool if you can help me, you know how they say. That's cool. I appreciate it. Nah, I just really want some good company. I just want to lay up next to your soft skin. I want to smell your hair. I want to hear you laugh and you giggle around the house. I want to see you in your lingerie. And just enjoy life with you. That's it. But more than anything, before I even decided that, I already had things in place. And I think that's something that a lot of us as men, we got to keep in mind. Have your ducks in a row before you decide to go that far. Now, if you know that you're not at that point, then that's okay. Keep striving towards it. And make sure that you stay very disciplined. Because the fact is, once you finally get what it is that you're striving for, I promise you, discipline is going to be a very, very large key as to if you keep or lose what it is that you work so hard for. From a wife all the way down to a business. Discipline. You must be disciplined. You must know how to reframe. You must know how to just walk away sometimes. You must know when to stand right there and hold your ground. Speak your mind and stand on it. Put your flag in that hill. That's right. And let the wind carry it. You must know these balances. It's not something easy to come across all the time. It's not. When it comes to trying to figure out, because if you think about what he said your talents, like for example, me, that old ass music that I play for you guys, you know, like for example, when I do this right here, right? So when I do this,
Lone Star County Kings 010, come on, we about to do it again. Let's get it.
did you hear what I said at the very beginning? I said Lone Star County Kings 010. We about to do it 010. That was recorded in 2010. Why are you just now hearing it? Because it took a train accident for me to realize, hey, bruh, don't let all your talents, because exactly what he said. My talents, when God gave me the gift to be able to write, draw, carve, speak, like right now, I'm doing the best that I can to be of service. I don't care nothing about no numbers and all of that and cash apps. That's cool. Thank you for the likes. Like, seriously, thank you. It does, because it helps the channel grow. We all know this, right? Thank you for your comments. Thank you for just viewing. I'm just here to get a message through that That is my sole purpose. I am to be of service. I was designed and created to be of service. I don't feel right if I'm not of service. I feel off. Something feels like not in place. So to go back, let's take it just to a basic level of a relationship as we speak of. Yeah, definitely. The only thing that I really want to do is to be of a servitude to my woman. I want to make sure that she feels safe, as he spoke about in that first video, right? The safety. What it is that my talents are. Like, for example, I drew a picture. You know what I'm saying? I drew a teddy bear, right? So I'm giving her my talents. My talents are not for me. Why? Because always take this with you and keep this in mind. The portrait is not for the painter. The portrait is for the viewer. So when I paint that, that's not for me. That's for you. When I pour out, when I give you guys what it is that I do the best that I can to give you, that's for you. This ain't for me. I already have it. That's why I'm going live, so I can dish it out. It's for you. This is for you to have. Just take it with you, what you choose to take with you. Because I'm a firm believer in being of servitude. I do believe that too many times we do think of ourselves in a too much of a selfish way nowadays. And I do believe that it is something that is very much so plaguing the spiritual growth of us as a community and a people. That's right. It's not healthy, for us to be on a very, very selfish mindset. Now, the thing is, we must know the balance between being selfish and self-preservation. Self-preservation always comes first, because I can't do nothing for you if I can't even help me, right? All right, so boom, we got that in, right? We got that in place. But yeah, the talents, whatever it is that you have, man, you know how long I put music down? You know how long I put down drawing? Y'all seen, I don't know, maybe somebody's here who have seen my community tab before. If you go to my community tab and you scroll down, you'll see quite a few. I just, out of nowhere, I just started posting a whole bunch of my old art, and some new, some brand new. Some of those are definitely this year. Some of those are like almost like 15, close to 20 years ago. Some of that I drew when I was like 17. A lot of the songs you guys hear that I play, shoot, man, most of that was in like the early 2000s, right? Why am I playing it? I'm gonna say it again. When I was under that frame, God said, I'm gonna give you one more chance to get this out there. So I see it as my duty. And I'm also, in a way, like, it's kind of like a contract. Like, yeah, I do. I got a contract with the angels, with our loving creator. You make it through this, I'm gonna heal you up. I'll even make sure that your D still work. That's right. You can even still get you some girl. You can walk, all of that. But you are to finally, everything that I've blessed you with, you are to be of servitude. You are to no longer keep thinking that the world is going to reject it. You got to stop being shy about it. You have to stop holding it back. You have to allow it to go ahead, blossom, bloom, and then just go ahead and flourish. You must. So I'm going to let you make it through this. I know this hurts right now. I know it hurts. It's going to hurt for a while. You need to know truly, truly what pain is. If you ever in your life think for a second that you will be able to experience true bliss. The best feeling that I have is still yet to come. Still yet to come. Because I had to go through something called a test. Now, if we think about it, right, I would say right now, some people would classify what I'm doing right now as a testimony, right? Okay, testimony. What's the first four letters of that word? All right, we all went to school. Great. Now, you must go through that. You must. In order to have a testimony, you must go through those first four letters of the word in order to even begin to pierce your lips and be heard. And most importantly, taken seriously. The fruits of your labor. How many times have we heard that? The fruits of your labor. We've heard that so many times. Now, let's try this again real quick. So remember what I said, the fruits of your labor.
To the tree. It belongs to the ecosystem. Your fruit, your time, your talents, and your treasures don't belong to you. You signed up to serve. You signed up to give of your gifts, to give of your creativity, to give from your muse. And if you are looking in someone else's yard, you are doing, the fruit doesn't belong to the tree. It belongs.
All right. So yesterday I had the day before yesterday, I believe I had a story. It was about the boy in the apple tree. And how much of the servitude, the apple tree as a tree, it was just a tree, but that tree did so much more for that boy than the boy was ever to do for the tree. The tree gave the boy shade, somewhere to sleep, food to eat, right? If the boy needed a house, guess what? The tree said, cut my limbs. That's right. Cut my branches, build a home. So now he has wood to build a home. I need to get across the river. Don't worry about it. Cut more of me. And then just go ahead and build yourself a raft. Carve it and carve it right. Build yourself a raft, get across the water. That tree was so much more of a servitude to that boy than that boy has ever been to that tree. And it's such a deep story because it's a story of friendship when it comes to the give and take. The boy had no clue, although the tree was very happy to see the boy at first in the beginning parts of the relationship, right? But what it was is that when you really go back on the story, there was really nothing that the boy did for the tree. Didn't water it, nothing. If anything, when the boy needed something from the tree was willing to give its actual limbs via body parts, if you want to say, so the boy could build a home, so the boy could have a raft to go across the river and fish. It's a very deep story about friendship. And that's why when I say the fruits of your labor, the fruit of my labor, the fruits that I produce, you are to always make sure that first and foremost, your soul is nice and right. You're supposed to make sure that it's a firm foundation. You're supposed to make sure that you're in the proper location for however it is you in particular grow. Some of us are roses. Some of us are tulips. Some of us are hydrangeas or azaleas. Some of us are pine trees. Some of us are oak trees. Some of us are cedar. So we can go all the way down. They all grow differently, but guess what? They all blossom and bloom when they're supposed to. When and why? When they're in the proper location, proper soil, proper sunlight, and everything's taken care of. Now, so how do we come back to the fruits of the labor on that? Follow me. Everything that we do in this life, honestly, truly, believe it or not, that's why numbers are so strong. I'm going to do a show about numbers too, and how, it's out of this world, the accuracy of numbers are, right? So when it comes to that aspect, we have to always remember that there's no coincidence in the timing of something. Every single thing that happens from the very second it happened to the very second it ended, it was all coordinated. It's all a coordination. When you give of yourself the fruits of your labor, you're more so of servitude. Do you know what happens when those keep coming and plucking, whether it's the pear, pineapple, coconut, apple, oranges, peaches, whatever from your tree, or even grapes from your vine, if that's what it is? They grow back even faster. It's just like shaving. You know how they say, fellas, like when you shave your hair, grow back even faster? Yeah, it does. Grows back even faster, just as quick. Why? Because that is the process of life in which servitude is supposed to be. And that's something that I don't think a lot of us think about at times. When we get too caught up in what life tells us that we should be, whether it's social media, whether it is, certain influences, what you see out in your daily life. I can tell you right now, I am very, very firm and keen on making sure that I stay very grounded with what's going on around me in a spiritual sense, more so than a physical. Now, I know everybody's not on that level. Everybody's not there. Some people don't even believe. I get you. That's not supposed to be a concern of ours. As those who do definitely believe, as those who do definitely see what it is that goes on out here, we're supposed to be able to navigate through these things. That's why I speak about the fruits of the labor. Because when it comes to the fruits of the labor of what it is that I see the fruits of the labor more so being what it is that you provide as servitude for those around you. When you leave from here, is there something left behind that could be of use to someone else in any possible way? These are the things that I think about. Like, so when I'm up here, like I'm trying my best to like build my little punk ass YouTube catalog and stuff as far as my lives and videos and things, is why I want to have something to leave behind. Like every time I do a video, every time I do a live, I'm not thinking about me. I swear on life I'm not. I'm thinking about the day I'm not here. And hopefully I can leave at least a legacy of some consistency in what it was that I spoke of and stood for. And anybody who's ever known me, met me, or just experienced me enough knows that man ain't never changed on his position. That's all. That's primarily where my mind is when I go live, when I do any of this. Why? Because that's the labor of the fruit that I produce. This is the labor. The fruit is what I'm producing. Therefore, I have the fruits of my labor. And in God's will, maybe some of what I'm not so proud of from the past could possibly be forgiven. Maybe I can balance out the scale, because that's what I think about more than anything. I just want to balance out the scale if I can, or get it to tilt more so on the right than as opposed to the left, for those who read. I don't think too tough about like really let me just put it like this. I stay in tune with what goes on out here just enough to make sure that I keep up with what's going on, so I'm safe. I'm able to keep my family and myself, my lady safe, my daughter, family, all of that safe. Enough just to know what's going on, what's going on. So I'm not like that person that comes from under a rock, right? Yeah, but no. Excuse me. No. My focus is truly, truly, strictly more so on the premise of making sure I actually keep up with what it is I am, what it is that I'm doing that is of servitude. That's just me. That's just me. I remember like when I really was on that headspace, because like when I was out there, like, wheeling and dealing, if you would say, right? I do actually remember having this headspace of like, I want to see if I can be the biggest blah blah, or you want to get that kingpin status. You want to be known as like the man. And it's so crazy how instantly, it was just such an instant thing. Like I was getting money and like that. My freedom was snatched from me, separated from my family, missed a lot of funerals, graduations, weddings, birthdays, the whole nine. There was a lot of life that I missed because of that. During that entire time that I was in there, what was I saying to myself? You know what? I'm not putting in the labor to be fruitful. Why? Because I'm on the shelf. You're on the shelf for the next 7 years. Well, it was 11, but no. Good time, working in the kitchen, staying out of trouble. Anybody who does have, and when I tell you I mean this, I mean this. Anybody who does genuinely have someone or something in your life that brings you a peace and joy, that you are fruitful of, don't be selfish with it. Right? So if you are fruitful with music, give it to the people. Somebody's gonna love your music. If you're an artist, if you're a baker, if you are a seamstress, if you're a therapist, my goodness gracious, hats off to all of you, right? All of these places in life where you are of servitude. You know why I love cooking food for people? Because I love seeing the look on their face when they eat my food. because I already know I crushed it. I know I crushed it. I know I did. I'm just waiting to see the look on your face because I know you probably was wondering, right? So I'm gonna just sit back. I'm gonna just go like this. And then when I see that look on your face, I'm gonna just go ahead, give you one of these. I'm gonna be like, you good? Because I know what I do in the kitchen. That's where I have my confidence. I know what I do when I go to the booth. I'm able to lay it down. One hit a quitter. That's where my confidence lies. I know that I am capable of wood carvings and stone carvings. That's where my confidence lies. You see? That's where it lies. So we always have to keep our mind set on exactly what it is that what our fruits are. What is your fruit? And how does your fruit reflect your labor? As in, what do you produce? What do you grow? I want to grow and produce something that is much, much of nourishment for the village, for the people. I don't want to produce poison. I don't want to produce, bad energy. I don't want to produce, what is not healthy. That's not what I want to produce. That's not where my head is. I'm not there. No. I just want to continue to make sure that whatever it is that I'm doing for the people, I'm doing it for the service of the people. We have politicians that don't think nothing of us. We're so pressed to vote. I'm not saying don't go vote. I'm not going to get on that. Right? But I'm just saying, like, where energy goes. And then we have energy. Now watch this, emotion. And I've said it before, emotion, right? E as in the energy. All right, E, motion. Okay, what is motion? Movement. So E, energy, motion. Okay, so the energy that moves you. And that's how we get emotional. It's because it's the energy that moves you. What do you allow to move you? You see. I want to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to grab some water real quick, if you all don't mind. And we're going to keep on having a nice little powwow. Just give me one moment. So with that being said.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Melting slowly, there's no way you're higher. Lower your face, baby, come leading closer. Play it with fire, I love when you're over. What it feel like? What it feel like? Waiting for your impulse, straight from your head to toe. Put it down and kiss me slow. Baby, can you let it go? What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like you. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like you. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like. Sipping, baby, you've been sipping. Sipping, baby, are you listening? Think you say you love me, know that you've been missing. Baby, are you tripping? Feel like you've been tripping. Saying that you want me now and you have to close the distance. So what it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like you. What it feel like.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for just holding tight for a second. Thank you very much. Man's walk in life. Man's walk in life is very much so Pretty much, if you think about it, it really is like how a tree grows. That boy first must be planted into firm soil, right? Good soil, should I say, right? So starts to grow, get through the surface. The light, the sunlight, the nourishment, all of these things are going to be a part of the growth of this young boy. What is the light? What is what is the rain and the sunlight? That's the mother and the father. How much rain or sun it gets can throw off if it even grows right. Just keep following me, right? So we got mom and dad. So let's say dad is sun, mom is rain. Which is more important? What if it only rained, no sun? It'll drown. That happens to plants all the times. What'll happen if it was all sun, no rain? We'll have a desert. We've seen them. They actually exist. We need the polarity. We need the duality of both to be in sync, in order, so that way, when that boy grows, that tree grows, it produces what? Wonderful fruit, nourishing fruit. What is that nourishing fruit? What is that exactly? That's primarily what it is that now that man, that's a grown tree, has to offer to life. What are your talents? What did you learn? What are your skills? What's your trade? You know how to fix things? Can you build things? Can you craft things? What is it that you do? I've actually have found out there are a lot of people who don't even know what their talents are. I actually did a little like my own little thing. I remember I was on campus. I was at PG Community, which isn't too far from where I am, right? So I'm down at PG Community. I remember I was just walking around campus one day, and I was asking people. I said, "Hey, I'm just doing a survey. Can you tell me what's your talent? What is it that you're really, really good at? If you could do something, I guess you say, and get paid for, but you love to do it, what would it be?" I believe I asked about 50 people. Yeah, I had about 50 people on the list. I think only about 12 or 13, like a little under half, knew exactly what their talents were, what they're good at. As in, they knew what fruit they produced. I was so shocked to find out there are so many people who don't even know what their calling is. I've realized that I have a calling for connecting and interaction with people through music, through art, through live streams. Pop up on the panel, I'll at you in the chat, talk to you on the phone, meet you at the bar. I realized that my gift is actually truly what it is that I have to offer with my mind and with my talents. So, because I did agree to that contract, I sign that contract. Yep, I signed that contract. My blood is still on those tracks right now as we speak. My blood is still on those tracks right now as we speak. signed a contract. And that contract was, you're going to make it through this, but you're going to finally stop being so goddamn selfish with your talents, and you're going to give it to the people. Is everybody going to attract to you? No. Guess what? Matter of fact, you're going to love this one. I'm like, what, God? God responds to me, talk about some, and most people not going to like what you do, but you got to keep doing it. I'm like, huh? Like, yeah. I'm like, God, hold on. Wait. So, all right. So I'm not going to question you, but I mean, I would like to ask this question, God, if it's okay. How do you think I should navigate that? How do I, you know, put out a message that you're clearly telling me that most people are going to reject? It's so crazy, right? Silence. That's right. There was no answer. Because then you know what I realized? The answer I was given was figure it out. Find a way. You always have. What's stopping you now? Haven't you figured out so many other things? What's stopping you from this right here? So I'm like, all right, okay. All right. So, like, along my journeys, like, how do I like avoid, the people that, really like hate me and stuff? Like, should I just kind of like go to like the echo chamber where I actually get a response? No, you don't go to the echo chamber. Because when you go to the echo chamber, the only thing you hear is yourself. And when the only thing you hear is yourself, you do not learn. You are to go to the most uncomfortable of places. We're going to send you to the most uncomfortable of places. You're going to have to endure being around a lot of different energies, entities, and spirits that are not conducive and do not get along with what it is that we have clothed and clothed you to be, which is those of the white robes. So I'm like, all right, dang. So all right, send me to the lions then. No problem. Cool. So now here it is. I'm walking through, glistening, shining, clean, well presented, and obviously not of what it is that I'm walking through. Clear as day. How did I make it through that? How did I make it through that? I had fruit. I had fruit. I had fresh fruit. What do you mean, Smitty? You had fresh fruit. So you what? You gave the demon some apples? That's how you would like to word it. But no. What it is that I have so many different talents that no matter where it was that God placed me, I was able to be of use. So when I say I was walking through the lion's den, what I mean is, for example, when I was thrown into prison. You know the number one way I made it through prison? Because I could read and write. A lot of dudes did not finish school. They wanted me to read their court papers. What does defer mean? Oh, that means that, like the lawyer was, the judge would say, the lawyer say, we defer to this, Your Honor, as in, plead the fifth-ish kind of. It's just a kind of like no contest-ish. It's to defer. It's to remove. It's to put over here. I'm going to defer. Like, for example, I would say I'm going to defer to my lady. I don't know how women period cycles work. So I'm going to defer to the missus. A lot of dudes don't know stuff. So I helped them. I became of use. I became of use in that lion's den because I know how to draw. You know how many dudes wanted you to make cards that they can send home? Oh yeah, and I was getting paid for it. I made it through the lion's den because of the fruit that I was able to still produce in a place that does not even grow fruit. Let's look at the video one more time.
To the tree. It belongs to the ecosystem. Your fruit, your time, your talents, and your treasures don't belong to you. You signed up to serve. You signed up to give of your gifts, to give of your creativity, to give from your muse. And if you are looking in someone else's yard, you are doing the fruit.
All right. That is for, see, the tree doesn't grow the fruit to eat. The tree grows the fruit for us to eat. The tree is being of service. Your labor, what you do for others, is of service. Smitty, with all of this stuff you got going on, that you know that marriage comes with, why would you want to be married? Because I am so ready to be of servitude to my woman, fully and completely. I am ready to be of servitude. I took time to get my shit together so that I can be of servitude to not just myself, but those around me. Yes, even a real close friend. Of course, my child. I mean, that's without saying, right? That's without saying. That's like automatic. But your circle. I never really ever have felt so, I guess you can say, until I came across, I guess, learning more about this YouTube thing and social media. I felt very vulnerable in a sense of how can I be of servitude if I'm not able to do what I used to do? That bothered me for a minute. How do I still be of servitude? How do I still find purpose? I was literally like, I'm thinking to myself between like cooking and music, like I'm on the road, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, here I am talking to God again. All right, so God, all right, I don't know, music or cooking, I don't know, which way should I go? Once again, silent. Whenever it's silent, I already know. That means figure it out yourself. That's why I gave you free will. You are to choose. Do you want to do music? You want to cook? You want to do both? What do you want to do? All right. So I said, you know what? I'm getting older. I don't really like the fame too much. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the cooking. Plus, I love being around food, right? All right. So now I'm cooking. I'm doing my thing. I'm just, putting them hours in. Hours. I'm in there. Holidays, you name it. Yep, yep, yep. That's right. That's right. I'm that guy that gave y'all that family Thanksgiving package. Yep, that was me. Cause I'm working, dang it. I'm working. Because I always found a joy in being of servitude to others. It's something about like, that's why I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I get it. There are people who are loners. Some people were built that way. Like, I could be a loner, like in the sense of like, I don't like a lot of like whole lot of people around me and shit all the time. Definitely more so homebody than just going out too much, all that other shit, right? But like, I don't like a lot of people around me, so I'm more so guarded on that. And I do believe that is because if you think about it, people drain your energy. Nature gives you energy. I want you to think about it. Go to a club and just mingle, or like a party or something, club like party, something, and just go around, talk to people, be around a bunch of people, even if you just bump into them and everything. Energy is being exchanged. Just you being around them, energy is being exchanged just from breathing. Close contact, all of it. It is. It's energy, it's frequencies, it's vibrations. It is. And it's something very real. The energy, right? When you go out to nature, you know what happens? You get rejuvenated. When you step away from those people. Now, believe it or not, sometimes nature can be your home. You set it up right. You got your couple nice little house plants, you know. It's clean, it's peaceful, it's quiet, right? If you're afforded that. You know, everybody's living circumstances, it's not the same, I get it. But when you're able to have that luxury in life, definitely your headspace is a whole lot more clear. So the main thing that I'm speaking to when I talk to my fellas is, like, for example, I'm pretty sure ladies even recognize, like, yeah, definitely I can see, like I hear women would say something like, I can tell you got a bachelor. Yeah. This a bachelor pad because you don't have no pictures up. You don't have nothing, no kind of decoration. Your room is just a bed with like a little nightstand and all white walls, and you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You know, may got like a whole rack of shoes to show off or some shit. That's like the stunt, I guess. When you're able to actually know a little bit about decor, know a little bit about the feng shui, the art of redecoration, right? When you are able to actually have an eye and a vision to know how to put a space together, you then can build your own utopia. Now watch this. What happens when you do that? Now you're somewhere where you have more peace. Now you're somewhere that you can think a lot better. And during that time that you're thinking, sure, doing what you're doing, you know, everything in your mind and everything that's going on around you, you will notice a difference in how you process information. So always make sure that you are of servitude. Always make sure that, yeah, definitely the fruits that you produce is of nourishment to those who bite into the apples of your tree. Let's get to this other video one more time before we get out of here.
You want that from me, you do it first. And to me, one of the best ways to heal a relationship is to take all of that and say, you know what? Whether I get it back or not, I'm going to figure out what this person, because whatever God created us, it placed this person on my path. And so I'm going to trust whatever that thing is and figure out what my partner needs to feel safe, because everything comes down to safety. When we were at the edge of divorce for years, for 7 years, we were fighting. She didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe.
And it was low level though. Like
Yes.
catch. It's not that we were fighting all the time. It's that when we did fight, it was like, oh, this isn't a safe space. We had high highs during those 7 years.
So many amazing things. We traveled the world. We did workshops. We did all kinds of stuff.
Crushed life. So from the outside, even to us, we're like, things are good. But what we didn't catch was the subtlety of when things weren't good in here. I'll speak for me. I didn't feel safe to bring it to him. And he didn't feel safe to bring it to me when he had something that was difficult to talk about. And that breeds an environment of I'm not safe. And an environment of I'm not safe kicks in survival, which breeds what we talked about. Now we're just moving from.
Exactly. The safety. So just kind of reiterate on that briefly. It is. Whenever you're in any form of, if it's a business contract, your family, definitely intimate relationships, especially, um, you should always feel comfortable to be able to speak. You should always feel comfortable to be able to express and release what it is that you want to say. I would say, and like for myself, even one thing that I try to, my best to do, which I, sometimes fail miserably at, is getting off what I need to get off my chest and not sound like I'm talking at the person. Just keep talking to the person. Don't talk at them. Talk to them. Because, like, when I get in my mode, I notice that I could go this way, and then it's like, nah, you're doing too much. So me learning, right? Me sitting back, taking time to, observe myself and pay attention to what it is that my flaws are, right? All right, back. Yeah, I need to slow down on that shit. You see? As you keep on growing, like, there is no point, believe it or not, fellas. There is no point that you will ever fully know yourself. Why is that? Because you're always going to keep growing. And the more years you're here, the more you change. Even me right now, 42, I already know there might be some differences by the time I'm 45. That ain't nothing but about 3 years from now. There could be so many things in my head that have flipped and switched and changed within that time frame. So to ever think that, there is such thing as achieving this illusion, this fleeting illusion that we all call perfection, you should stay away from that. You should stay away from expecting it from people. You should stay away from expecting it in yourself, most importantly. Because, like I was speaking about earlier, I got a hard time forgiving myself for the things that I don't know, man. I just be like, why I couldn't just get that right? Why I couldn't just damn, why I couldn't just get that right? So then that's something I have to sit with, right? So now I got a whole bunch of stuff backed up because I never really forgave myself. But why is that? You know what I really think it is? I really think it's truly also because I never really spoke about nothing. Never talked to nobody about it. Always, I'm not gonna lie, always felt real shame. Felt a lot of shame. A lot of shame. I didn't want to tell nobody those parts about me that, I'm not proud of. You know, um, I got warrants and I lost my job or couldn't keep up with the insurance on the car because I lost my job and I was being irresponsible. Uh, I'm making money, a lot of money, but it's the illegal way. I got to put everything through, somebody else's name because, can't just dump. You can't do that. So everything was moving wrong. And guess what happened? Everything got put to a halt. Everything got put to a standstill. And I was just sat down. And I'm going to say it. This will be the last part I say. I do believe that God saved my life, sitting me down in prison for those 7.5 years. People will look at it and try to like make fun. Um, I don't know what the issue is because it's like, even if I did 7 years, if I'm 40, that means still majority of my life I was free. It's only 7 years is, so anyway, it's funny. But I was saved. I do believe if I did not get arrested, I don't think I would be here right now. I do believe that I would be on the other side, and I don't know which realm I would be in because I wasn't living right. I've actually been given the opportunity to at least try to correct some things in my life, and that's what I want to do to the best of my ability. So, for today on this Sunday, I don't want to get all religious, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I will speak to your spirit because we all have it, whether you believe it or not. You got a soul, you got a spirit. That's all I wanted to talk to because that's what I'm talking to right now myself, my spirit. I just want to stay in tune. I want to make sure my antennas are up. I want to make sure I receive the messages because it's a lot of that's going on out here now. I've been praying for more protection and understanding of what it is that I see out here. Never has it got to the point where it's so bad where, like, for example, um, look at how they've removed all the safe places, grocery stores. We've had horrible shootings there. Uh, Churches, boom, supposed to be a safe place. Schools, boom, elementary at that. I'm talking about like kids, as well as high schools and so on. So think of all of these places and but churches. Oh, I think I did say churches, yeah. So my point is, these places, it's like to remove and make sure that you're always in a state of fear. Why do they want you always in a state of fear? So you never produce fruit. You can't work on your talents. You can't think about yourself. I mean, well, you think about yourself as far as surviving, but it keeps you separated spiritually, believe it or not. It's all a trick, it's all an illusion. But you have to know how to see through these things. And I get it. Not everybody has that. Now, to the best of my ability, and I'll tell you all day in the pain, I know nothing. God knows everything. All right. I'll tell you that every day. I don't know nothing. I'm just giving what it is that I do receive. So if it's given to me, I'm going to receive it and I'm going to give it to you. And that's my fruit. And that's how I produce the labor. And that's the fruits of my labor, whether it's through spoken word, poetry, or music, or a live stream. So I don't know what this does for anyone. I don't. I was also told briefly, that's not to ever be a concern. Well, then how would I know I'm doing a good job, God? You'll know because You'll just simply keep doing it, whether they like it or not. Believe it or not, the good job is not from the people's approval. The good job is you never giving up, being resilient, and never quitting. The moral of that, and which it is that I'm speaking of. It's not about what they think. It's about what you produce. What do you produce? And how nourishing is your fruit from your tree, my brother? Because the sisters love to pick the fruit, but is your fruit nourishing? Is it something that would fill her, not just body, but mind and soul? These are the things that I think about. What kind of tree am I? And what kind of fruit do I produce? And that's something I'm going to keep on studying, paying attention to, and working on. I have to. Because the very moment that I stop doing that is the very moment that I stunt my own growth, in which I'm now blocking a natural organic process that is supposed to take place, which is I am supposed to continuously elevate and grow. But because I've stifled myself, because I've stagnated my water and not allowed myself to become a flowing river, as I spoke of before, now what it is that I produce is just of stagnation, filth, and nothing of good. And that's not what we want to be, fellas. We don't. We want to make sure that we're always of servitude in some form or fashion. I ain't talking about like being married and stuff all the time. That's just one aspect. I'm talking about like you could be a bachelor all your life. If you can pick a career, pick up a craft, do something that can be of a servitude to someone else. You know what I wanted to do? Like I'm still thinking about doing it. Like seriously, I am. I'm really still thinking about it. I told you I love to do wood carvings. What I was thinking about doing is I was gonna go out back, find a bunch of pine and oak and cedar, because those are the three best. Dogwood doesn't hold up well. Um, and what I was going to do is I was thinking about starting my own line of like carving walking sticks and canes for, and then I go around to like nursing homes, you know, like old people homes, and I advertise my customized canes. I'm still thinking about doing that. That's something I want to do. Why? Because I'm good at carving. I'm that's something I'm good at doing. So what I want to do is I want to be of a servitude, and hopefully maybe I could do something like that. Get a nice little contract going, right? I've always thought about that, but you know, again, me just now learning the business side of things and technology and how to advertise on a, I guess you can say, cyber aspect. You know, it's a lot of things I don't know, but I promise you, as you can see, just like I'm right here on StreamYard right now live, I promise you I will figure it out. Um, I will. I will figure it out. Hey, Cyrax, what's going on? Um, we live and we learn with what happened. Oh, oh, really? Oh, wow. Thank you. You definitely meant to keep on living. Oh, thank you for that, Cyrax. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Thank you. I didn't see that. Forgive me, you guys. Okay, my man. All day in the paint. What's going on? What's going on, Ron? All day in the paint. Respect to you, my man Mac. My man Mac in the building. You know what I'm saying? All day. But like, yeah, I like it's a lot that I real deal have like had to come to the conclusion to before I get up out of here. About to go ahead and cut loose. But man, the things I had to learn throughout this like road of like walking through what we call the wilderness of life. It's been quite a journey. It's been quite a travel. It's been a lot of like falling off of cliffs, having to like, you know what I'm saying, get like banana leaves to like mend wounds and find you some aloe vera and all kinds of, yeah, man. It's rough in the wilderness. And what I mean the wilderness, manhood. It is. It's pretty damn tough. And it's something that I just wanted to give some respect and show some props to all the men who stand on your square, who stand firm in what you believe in, who know how to treat a woman in a good way and the women in your life, who know how to be a really good friend to your homies and you don't backstab them. Respect to you, my brother, if you are the one of the light and of the righteous and those who only want to do right by people, even in all your flaws, because no one ever said anything about perfection. So I appreciate you all. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Thank you so much for tuning in to Smitty's Corner. I really do appreciate you guys. You're really helping the channel grow. Thank you for everything. When it comes to just watching, even a replay gang, hey, shout out to the replay gang. I'll be seeing y'all and always make sure that I try to show my love when I can. All right. So we're just going to keep this moving. We're going to keep that ball rolling and we're going to see what it do. All right. Respect to you all. Thank you.
Melting slowly, there's no way you're higher. Lower your face, baby, come leading closer. Play it with fire, I love when you're over. What it feel like? Yeah. What it feel like? Waiting for your impulse. Just waiting on your head to toe. Put it down and kiss me slow. Baby, can you let it go? What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like. Sipping, baby, you've been sipping. Sipping, baby, are you listening? Can you say you love me? Or that you've been missing? Baby, are you tripping? Feel like you've been tripping. Saying that you want me now and you have to close the distance. So, what it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like.
So, please don't kill my vibe. I'm tipping on top of these clouds, don't plan to come down if I trip right. My eyesight, I spy the spark in the conversation. Pardon if I don't say shit, I hit this bliff, I spend my spaceship, then I'm caught spacing. Oh, pretty please don't pity me. Paranoid with the city brain, made me quit weed. I put it on God, green earth, me rolled up 50 times 3.50 figure size for the many times I need to just relax, pet peeve. You need to ask to me before you pass, at least. Don't puff the last in at ease. I'm finally feeling it, at least a tab or two will probably do for the goosebumps on your skin. Relax the nerve and give us a few. So
what it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like, yeah. What it feel like.
taking you home, and you're calling out my name. That's when I see you, and my memories fade. Yeah, my memories fade away.
Set the scene, 3,000 degrees. I ain't worried about them Africans over there, but they worry about me. I got a homeboy named Butter and another homeboy named Cheese. Whoa, with me, baby, I make it milk till it drip down your knees. Spit this shit for real low, brain real low. Kiddo say he looks up to me, this just makes me feel old. Never thought that we could become someone else's hero. Man, we were just in the food court, eating God get rolls. Yesterday, that's the way, every single morning I try to pray. Grandmama and them, they never forgot, nothing else really mean nothing to me. I ain't studying the beat. Talking to me, girl, why you up with me?
It's your favorite song. Don't be taking long. Soon as you walk in, yeah. Soon as you walk in, yeah, yeah, yeah. Soon as you walk in, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just got out the shower and my hair's all wet. Kiss me like you love me. I've been waiting all day to hold you in my arms, squeeze you with my love. Soon as you walk in, yeah. Keep checking my phone. You're still on the road, approaching my exit invite. Spray Chanel perfume. My legs are nice and smooth. I'll be at the door when you arrive. This your favorite song. Don't be taking long. Soon as you walk in, I'ma let you know I like you, yeah.
Young Star, County Kings 010, come on. We about to do it again. Let's get it. I'm about to do it again. Come on, come on. I'm about to do it again. Come on. I'm about to do it again. Come on. Look, don't nobody keep it fresh like me. Damn right, it's Lone Star or the SPIT. I'll break down the beat, bring the track to his knees. I'm nowhere close to God, but these streets love me. No one on your corner be this vicious on the mic. I'm like Jordan with his Wheaties, you like Grant Hill on Sprite. Them coppers can't stop us, sweeter than Petty Crocker. Daytime or night, I'm rocking my hater blockers. Creeping on the come up like I'm Bone Thugs in Harmony. Feeling like I'm Puppet Combs, ain't nobody stopping me. Move deeper in the birds, the feds still watching me. My Celsius is 1,000, ain't nobody hot as me. You say you higher than a plane, well I'm out the galaxy. You rolling up that regular, I'm chiefing on astronomy. Float like carpets, aim and bang targets. Hungry for this throne like I'm king of the Spartans. I'm good, look, I'm about to do it again, come on. I'm about to do it again, come on. Look, I stand like the man that I'm supposed to. Slackers won't stop my progress cause I'm focused. Red carpet, star stunted, hold up, ain't no close up. Max level, no limit, training like a soldier. Real name is biblical, Archangel General. Post like a podium, but move like petroleum. Glide when I fly by, like a bird I'm so high. Cruising through these city streets, I'm leaning when I ride by. Rappers run their mouth out, rip every last one of you. Still to this day, star skills are untouchable. Flow sets relieve stress, sip tea and play Cheshire King's corner, bad step. Checkmate, now who's next? Observe and analyze, combine and strategize. Understand to overcome, so my money multiplies. Still putting God first, pray into the heaven skies. I'm working on my stamina, I'm fully energized. Yes, and I'ma do this till the day I die. Rhymes like forensic files, cause I bring the homicide. Boy, you need to kill yourself, cause when you flow with suicide, I be the respirator, keeping lyrics alive. Let's get it, come on. I'm about to do it again, come on. I'm about to do it again, come on. Look, in case you didn't know, understand, look, I be the best. I'm more seasoned than the Jeffrey Dahmer dinner guest. With more bars than you can make soap out of zest. I'm fully clean, county king on my conquest. A true champ, cause I conquer every contest. Back with my pen and pad, still so incredible. Star spits poison, my flows are unedible. Every time you elevate, I still stay ahead of you. I travel far while your mental's stuck here on earth. My brain's a planet and my thoughts are the universe. A born leader, why you scared? I'ma do it first. I go hard, putting all of me in every verse. Years ago, God blessed me on this very turf. 11/7/1982, that be my date of birth. A born prince, raised to a county king. I never fell from my throne, but I've been through some things. But my struggles made me stronger and my strength has made me smarter. So I focus on my mentality and I go farther. Lone Star stays flaming, body like a human torch. They say sky's the limit, well I reach for God's torch. Let's get it, come on. I'm about to do it again, come on. I'm about to do it again, come on. Look. Yeah, I'm back and I still do my thing. Cloud 9 when I glide higher than a paper plane. But I still stay focused, never stutter, spitting flames. County King, representer, look star, be the name. I sit back and twist up, watch the sun lift up. All I wanna do is get this money, man, and stock up. Pigs never mind they biz, got my brother locked up. Was down for a minute, but you know I always pop up. Pressing blanks on a paper chase, I'm setting shop up. My rap statement crack, hit that third, bring it back. Like a train, I'm on the track, sharper than a thumbtack. I'm kinda like autumn, so rappers need to fall back. I flow with the seasons, spring, summer, winter. These are my thoughts as my world you have entered. So buckle up, enjoy the ride, don't worry, cause I'm by your side. Ain't I also fly, them county kings be right on time. Yep, I'm about to do it again, come on. I'm about to do it again, come on, come on.